Welcome to Spotlight New England. I'm one of your hosts, Audrey McClellan.
And I'm Ashley Erling.
There's a big thing going on right now in Massachusetts.
It is. So, I mean, we've talked about this a couple of times, but it's ongoing now for a couple of weeks. So the Big E is officially open. We had talked about when it was going to open because they had announced some of their new foods.
Yes.
Which is always such a big draw.
Which is always a big deal.
Yeah.
It's funny, Ashley. I always forget that it does go such a long period of time. I always think it's a week.
No.
But it's not.
I think it's 2 to 3 weeks.
I mean, it's actually unbelievable.
It is so fun. We've talked about that. But Kate Walsh had the best assignment this week.
I know.
And she used to work in that area for the news station there.
Yes.
So for her, this was like, going home. So she actually went to go see what's new this year. And I think she got to try some of the food. I'm so jealous. So here is Kate headed to the Biggie.
This is known for all of its fried food, and so we sampled some cheese curds earlier, and now I'm working it off for Rail Explorers here. It's featured in Portsmouth, of course, and if you haven't checked this out yet, it's one of the many things that are featured here at the Rhode Island Building on Rhode Island Day at the Big E to try to get people to the Ocean State. And we also went inside the building, and we spoke with a lot of people who liked what they saw.
We came here purposely for the clam flakes, but the rest, the Jack Leonard was a nice bonus.
Greeted by a giant stuffy, visitors to the Rhode Island Building can learn how stuffed quahogs are made before enjoying one themselves. Blount, a Rhode Island staple, serving them up from open to close, with employees staying in hotels even for the duration of the 17-day fair.
It's something you get used to now. Yeah, it's like just in the back of your head, just blow through it, so it's kind of easy now, but it's still hectic.
What are the fan favorites here? Obviously the stuffy.
Stuffies, calamari's really become popular. Last year we brought it in, and from the start of the fair to the end, it got busier. This year we've already sold more than we started last year, so that's a good one. And obviously clam cakes and chowder.
The owners of Tavolo Wine Bar know the commitment of operating their Rhode Island business and serving up local wine at the fair.
Hour and a half each day here, hour and a half back, and running. So my husband and Leonard, we split up and divide and conquer.
The Rhode Island Commerce Department saying some 60,000 people attended the fair on Rhode Island Day in 2024, so a lot of opportunities to showcase the Ocean State. And for Rhode Islanders to learn about the agricultural roots of the Big E. The Pontiac FFA Club made corsages inside the Farmerama building.
A bunch of people are open to the new agriculture world. Most people don't know a lot about it.
Something for everyone at the Big E. In West Springfield, I'm Kate Walsh, 12 News.
We were talking about, too, how when you take your kids, it's like you eat and eat and eat, and then the kids can go on the rides. I never could.
Oh, yeah,
ever.
We did that last year. I mean, for me, the Big E is really about eating for the most part.
Absolutely.
They have I love a fair. I love fair food. It's just so fun. You kind of just get to, almost be a kid
it's
for
awesome.
a day. And we grew up going there, so now when I go, all I want to do is just eat all that crazy fair food.
Yes.
And we just ate and ate and ate all the way around. And then the kids were like, yeah, let's do rides. I was like, okie doke.
Right. Good luck, guys.
Yeah, that's fine.
it.
But I loved seeing, the Rhode Island building, obviously.
I know.
All the buildings are great. I have to say that.
Yes,
It's so
yes.
fun to walk through the states. And of course, being a Rhode Islander now, it's so fun to walk through the Rhode Island building because, Rhode Island loves Rhode Island.
Oh, my gosh.
Blounce.
And we love Blounce. And actually,
They're
when I
our
went to the
favorite.
Big E, that was the first time I tried Warwick ice cream.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they had a little stand there, and I remember being like, oh, my God. And it was delicious.
Yeah.
So that was so you really do kind of learn and try new things.
It is. It's really fun. And they're the baked potato is always a really big draw.
Yes.
That's one crab dessert. Last year they had these giant mozzarella sticks. I forgot what they specifically called them, but they were huge.
Okay.
So we all loved that. There was dragon ice cream that you ate and the steam came out of your mouth.
That's what my kids would love that.
I'm trying to think what else. We just ate so much. We had hot dogs. And I think it was in the Rhode Island building.
With
the soggies.
The soggies.
Yeah.
Those are so good. Yes.
So good.
I told you, and I know that we had talked about it was a new food, but when we went one year, I did have cheeseburger chowder.
Yeah.
And that was our favorite. And I knew that I wasn't making it up, but because I found the photo on Facebook.
You did.
Standing in front of the little place where we got it.
Yeah.
So good.
But the thing that's cool about the Big E, aside from the food, which is, again, my favorite, I love the agriculture aspect of it because it is really fun, again, when we went with the kids, but even when I was a kid, I remember thinking it was so cool. You watch the little baby chicks hatch.
Yeah, it's
You're
adorable.
standing there rooting them on. Like, that one's gonna go. They're gonna make it.
They're gonna do
And they
it.
have all the different animals. The kids love seeing like the little piglets.
Yeah,
and all that.
It is great. And they also had too, the boys used to love, I might be saying it incorrectly, but they used to have like either like some, like they would do like the sawing of like the actual logs and create things from there. Like you could stand around and watch like literally just like a tree stump turn into something. And then one year they did like who could like people who could like lift and move like the actual like timbers around.
Yeah.
And my sons were just like obsessed with that.
There's
so
just
a lot of fun stuff to do.
There is so much to do there. So it's still open. I think you have maybe 2 more weekends, I want to say.
Yeah, the 28th.
Yeah. So that's right next weekend.
Yeah,
next
it's Alex's
weekend.
birthday, so this
that's
is the only
right.
reason
It's
why
stuck
I
in your
know.
head.
See?
But it's just such a good time, and it's going on now. And of course, they have all the different states represented in New England. So a fantastic New England event, no matter which part of the
We'll have to shoot
region
live there next year,
you're
you and
from.
I, for the show.
We're going to
Wouldn't
work
that be
on that.
awesome?
Well, we need some more staffing. But I would love to.
That'd be fun to do.
It would be.
Well, stick around. We have a special guest coming up that's going to talk about a very iconic spot in Rhode Island that a lot of New Englanders know as well. Stick around. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Spotlight New England. This is a treat for us because, listen, if you're a Rhode Islander, you definitely know Thayer Street right over in Providence. It's a place that I've probably been, hundreds and hundreds of times in my life. And we're lucky enough this morning to have Lauren Burke, who's the executive director, the new executive director of the Thayer Street district, actually, which is great. But also, she had another hat. You were one of the owners of Burke's Shoes and Clothing. And we were just saying, like, my goodness, Lauren, it was 50 years that Burke's was open, right?
Yeah, it was 50 years at that same location, 272 Thayer Street. Me and my dad ran it. And in December, we kind of hit an impasse that we were, actually kind of all fall, we were going back and forth of what we wanted to do. And he really wanted to retire, and I really needed a change. So we decided to close, but we felt good about it because we hit 50 years.
Yeah.
You did. You hit the 50.
It was such truly like such an iconic store. I wasn't from Rhode Island originally, but as soon as I came here and I went to college, the first thing you do is you go to Thayer Street. Yeah. Probably the first store I went into was Burke. So really just a fantastic legacy that you have.
We have a legacy. We still have signage in our warehouse. We have a ton of stuff. But we were happy, both of us, me and my father, to move on.
Right.
It was a perfect point in time.
Yeah. And so now you are still on Thayer Street, obviously in a different capacity. Tell me this though, Thayer Street is such, everybody has described it as it's cool, it's eccentric, it's, it can be artsy, it's a great college community, but also community for all ages. But for you, what do you think it is about Thayer Street that makes it loved by so many and so special?
I think, I feel like growing up in Rhode Island, it's like such a, I want to say it's a, what's the word? Pastime.
Yeah.
That you know what I mean? You go there as a teenager.
Yeah.
Yep.
Rite of passage. That was the rite of passage.
Right. Yeah. That's a good way to put it.
To go to Thayer Street and walk up and down and go get snacks or go to a movie with a friend and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I feel like that is why Thayer Street is so iconic. It brings back a lot of nostalgia for people as teenagers, or if you went to, Brown University or Providence College, it was your stomping ground.
Yeah.
And I think it just brings back a lot of memories for people.
But I love that over the years, it has kind of stayed true to its DNA while different things come and go. It's still Thayer Street.
Yeah.
You really still feel that buzzy vibe as soon as you get onto the street that is, it's just not like anywhere else around here.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. There are some staples there and that have lasted, 50 plus years, like the Avon. But then you also have new places to go to, like the Shake Shack or Cafe Nero, which is new and awesome. That's next to Eastside Pockets. So I just think, to your point, there's still so much energy on the street. And it's got such a vibe when you go there. But I love it. I still love it. I love being in touch with the restaurateurs as well as the different retail owners.
Right.
It's just great, and there is a sense of community around the street.
There really is, and I was just going to ask you about that because you obviously had your pulse on the community because you would see people come in the shop and obviously you were there for hours on end, maybe walking up and down, grabbing a bite. Did you find that the community, I mean, am I wrong saying it really did encompass everybody? I know that it's such like a college community because, even like, I went to Brown. I remember like knowing Thayer Street just as a kid in Rhode Island, but I remember like people are like, that would come from all over the world. This is their street. Like
100%.
This is where they hung.
Exactly. Like I have to say, since it's such a college community and you get new people coming through the street every 4 years,
yes,
you also get their parents and their, family members. So they'll come with them.
Yeah.
But then 15, 20 years later, they'll be on a business trip or something like that. And because they went there 20 years ago, they'll still come to Thayer Street and they still love it.
Oh, I love. It's funny. One of my best friends from Brown. I think I had told you the story. Her name was Jen McDonald, and she loved East Side Pockets.
Oh yeah.
And she would go there would do late nights there all the time. But she lived in California, and for her birthday, I forget the brother's name that owns.
Paul.
I think it was Paul. He shipped her out.
No way.
Yes, he did.
I don't know how they know.
I don't know how he did it. And then when she just came back, it was our 25th college reunion. She brought her entire family there, her son, her daughter, husband. She posted, and then I saw that East Side Pockets posted, like, Jen was back.
Oh, that's
Oh
awesome.
my gosh, that's so funny.
We're talking 25 years ago.
Yeah.
So to your point, you do come back. You do bring your family. It's unbelievable.
It's unbelievable, and I think there is like those great memories that people have, and they just want to, bring it back into their the forefront of their brains and stuff.
Yes.
It's awesome.
Yes.
Well, some of the, East Side Pockets is legendary.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
you said, like people love it. The Avon is one of my favorite places. Like I just love the Avon so much. The creperie.
The creperie.
We talked about.
love it.
So like there really are these places that are like almost iconic, if you will, in
Yeah.
Rhode Island that are still there to go to in addition to all of these new spots.
Exactly. There's Spectrum India.
love
There's
Right.
Kebab
That's
and
been
Curry,
forever.
which has
Yes.
been there forever. Meeting Street Cafe.
Yes.
So yeah, Bagel Gourmet Olay. Like
That's been there forever, too,
Forever. Yeah.
It is a good mix of new and old, and I love that it is majority local businesses too. Like I love too that like you're walking down, and obviously it is the world we're living in. You have like some places that obviously are franchises, but like you have like in the Pink, the family
Yeah.
that owns it.
Right.
You get to know your family. You
Right.
walk into Kebab and Curry, you get to
Yeah.
know people because this is their family. Their businesses are their family in many ways.
Right. And I think like the franchises, that's been going on for years on Thayer
It
Street.
has.
Yes.
Like
yeah.
I remember when I was at Wheeler and I'd go to like school and go to Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah.
Yes. Spikes.
Yes,
Johnny
exactly.
Rockets, right?
Yes,
Was
there's
Johnny Rockets out there?
Pappuccinos.
Yeah. That's part of it. It's like part of the whole experience. But
Yeah.
for people maybe who haven't been down there in a little bit though, like what is new on Thayer Street? Like what's going on there these days?
So there's a bunch of new restaurants. There's Cafe Nero, which is a
Yes.
great spot to go to if you have like a business meeting or you're just like studying for an exam. They have like croissants and baked goods. You could get a great cup of coffee. There's Sydney Cafe, which is at the top of the street by the post office.
Yep.
That is new. We also have a salon, 1010
right.
PVD, which
That's right.
this is breaking news, but we're getting access to 2 parking lots.
Ooh.
Yes. It is a big deal for Thayer Street.
It is.
It is.
So you can get services done while you're there. Like
Yes.
you could go to the salon or go get your nails done or get
Yep.
your hair cut or go to a show at the
Yeah.
Avon. But those are some of the ones off the top of my head I
Yeah.
can think of.
You know,
Yeah.
it's funny because even like on Thayer Street too, even kind of having those moments. Like I remember even going. Do you remember the like 24? What was the store 24 over there?
Oh yeah, Store 24. That's now Shake Shack.
That's not Shake Shack. But like to your point, that is one of those the beauty of Thayer Street when you're sitting with anybody that like maybe you're from Rhode Island or
Yeah.
like to your point, you didn't grow up here, but you know that you know Thayer Street well enough.
It's the first place you go.
Right, and you could be like, "Hey, do you remember like S's too, or do you remember Spikes, or do you remember where the Gap
Or
used to be?"
Apropos or
Yeah, oh my
Oop.
God,
Oop, I loved
I
Oop.
loved Oop.
I loved Oop.
yes.
And they had that in Providence Place as well.
Yes.
Remember we
Yes,
had the
they
2
had one.
locations?
Yes. I
remember
Oh,
that
that was like one of my,
remember
yeah,
that.
the top level in the corner by the Nordstrom.
I
Yes. You're
I
right.
decorated my entire dorm room
Yes.
with like cards.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
bought-
yes. Oh my God,
Like,
same. That was
did
such
you?
a thing.
All the quotes.
How funny with the quotes.
I remember my dad like, how much are the cards? I'm
Yeah.
like 4 or 5. I had like literally like 100 on my wall.
know.
He's like, how much money did you spend?
How funny
But like,
that
it's
is.
these memories I think of Thayer Street. I don't know of any other place in the state where you could really be with somebody and kind of have this kind of dialogue, like laughter.
But there really are some extremely memorable things there. Like some of those restaurants and markets are very specific that you can really only get over there.
Yeah.
And then now the Mavens is going to be
Oh yeah,
opening
we're so
as
excited
well.
about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's not like a true deli sandwich that you can get on Thayer Street, and we have hundreds of cuisines, but I
Yeah.
don't think off the top of my head that there's anywhere you could get a Reuben
right.
now.
Yeah.
It's true.
Right?
And they're the best.
No,
and
yeah,
it was,
they're the
it
best.
was
Delicious.
in that on that corner where the J Life Mart was.
Which is
Yes,
like the
exactly.
perfect-
Yeah.
And that's like the perfect spot for them too. I
Yeah.
mean, to be there right on that corner, people can just like easily walk in. I wanted to ask you too, obviously like we talked about the iconic spots and all that, for you especially too, kind of even now, in a kind of a different role on Thayer Street, what is your hope as obviously like the time goes on, like even just in terms of like people coming down, because the one thing that I do love is the businesses all seem to want to work together to draw more and more people. Like I see them doing collaborations together, or if you buy something here, you can get maybe a discount. I love that kind of like feel of Thayer Street. And I just think, like, is that something that you would love to see more of on Thayer
Yeah,
too?
I mean, I think we just want all the businesses to thrive right now, and do well. We want it to be a safe, clean environment for them, but we want everybody to do well.
And which is important.
It's important,
Absolutely, it is.
exactly. Like we want, Urban Outfitters as well as the Avon or Halal. Like
yes, all these
all these new
spots.
businesses to do well. We don't want the turnover. Like we want consistency. I think it would help everybody.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because I do forget too, like you had mentioned, you do have that younger audience of like Wheeler and Moses Brown.
Yeah.
I mean, that is, that is because it's kindergarten even at Wheeler, but I see a lot of like the high school kids.
Oh yeah.
Maybe like, come down for lunch.
You
on
have a
Wheeler and
free I went to Wheeler. You have a free during the day. You go to like Thayer Street
Oh my
and
gosh,
you
how
get
fun.
a snack.
Yeah.
That's like
whatever
the
you want.
quintessential experience.
Yeah, exactly. Like go to Insomnia Cookie and
so
get some
good.
cookies. Yeah, it's so much fun.
This
so
is like
close.
making me nostalgic for like remember when you had free time and you could just go and do things like that.
Now you have no time.
And like just pop it, go get I remember a couple of years ago I had a free afternoon and I went and I did a Thayer Street day for myself.
I remember that.
Do you remember this?
Yes.
And I just went to Thayer Street and I got a great drink at one of the shops and then went shopping and walked up and down the street because like it's so nice to just have the opportunity to do something like that. One street you can walk up and down, and just have a nice afternoon.
Exactly, especially when the weather is perfect.
Oh my God.
There's nowhere better to be.
I used to love to do people watching on Thayer Street. Like, there's
it's gotta be the
just
best.
like grab a cup of coffee. I used to always go to Starbucks and sit in one of the corner windows, and I would just sit there and just people watch.
Yeah, the people watching is unbelievable
It's
there.
great.
Especially you see the college kids
Yeah.
walking
Yes.
up and down the street, and you see them growing socially and emotionally, and how
Yeah.
they're interacting, or they'll be with their boyfriend or girlfriend.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Oh my
awesome.
God. Yeah, I love
So
see
fun.
the
I
memories
know.
that you remember. My first waitressing job was at Paragon.
Oh, there
Was
you go.
it? Yeah. Yep.
Now it's Chase Bank.
Chase. But when you stop and look at the list of businesses that are Thayer Street, and you would know this more than anyone, there's something for everyone. And
Oh,
I think that's the
100%.
beauty of Thayer Street.
And there's
too.
some cuisine for everybody.
know.
If you have any food restrictions or any dietary issues, you can get whatever you need on Thayer Street.
Right,
Yeah.
there is something for absolutely everyone.
Yeah.
It's such a great time.
It's it's amazing. I love it.
It's amazing.
Thanks for stopping by, Lauren.
Yeah, no problem.
This
Anytime.
is great.
Yes.
Are you excited for your new role as
Yeah,
executive
I am. I feel like it's something in my DNA now. I've been doing this for so long, but I'm excited to be with the operator, the business owner, that piece of it. Because when you own your own business, you're in such a, tunnel.
Yeah.
You've just tunnel vision. So now I'm excited to be with the people on a different level.
Well, they're in trustworthy hands, which I'm
Yes,
sure
I
a lot of
hope
the
so.
businesses
Yeah.
feel very good about.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, thanks for coming.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, no, we're
Nice
so
to
excited to
nice
have
see
you. I know, meeting in person for the first time.
We'll plan our Thayer Street trips now.
Exactly.
Avon. I gotta get back to the Avon. I really do love it there so much.
It's a great spot, I'm telling you. And they have like the best popcorn too. I don't know the magic of it there, but
Butter.
it's so good.
It's really good.
Butter and salt.
I love it. Butter and salt. I love it. Well, stick around because we have more to come with Spotlight New England.
Welcome back to Spotlight New England. That was so fun to talk about Thayer Street.
It just got me like really.
I know.
I totally went back in time.
I mean, we were like prepared to talk about it, but then once you're just kind of like swapping stories and like reminiscing, like I really was like.
I love that you brought up OOP. Like, you totally forgot that.
Oh, is that what you called it?
I used to call it OOP, but it's OOP, right?
I think it's OOP.
And
or it was
and it's like a gift shop now, Pleasant Surprise, too. Like, it's still a gift shop.
Is Pleasant Surprise still there?
Yes, still there.
I love Pleasant Surprise.
It's so good, but I totally had forgotten about it. So the fact that you brought that back into my head.
Funny? Pleasant Surprise is actually like kind of like
very similar
to
very
the
much.
OOP. And I always loved going in there. It was like such a treasure hunt. And then I don't remember what the name of it was, but there was another store kind of near it that had like you walk downstairs and I feel like they had like jewelry and stuff.
I forget that. Just some good little treasures over there.
Vintage stuff.
Love it. Love it. Oh, so
great
good.
time. Love Thayer Street. But one of the best things about this show is that we can just like share stories that we just like love and they touch us. And so this one came through this week from our colleague Erica Ritchie, who by the way does a fantastic job. We love Erica.
Yes.
She always finds some really great stories to tell, and she's a good storyteller. So this couple is actually local couple is celebrating their 75th wedding anniversary, which I had to like, I can't do math. And I was like, wait a minute.
Like, did they get married
How?
when they were 10?
I know. So such a sweet story. Take a look.
We're reporting on lives or opportunities that are cut short. And maybe that's why this couple's story is so special. They have defied the odds and gone the distance.
Just can't believe that it's 75 years.
It's a love story that was celebrated this past weekend at Brookdale Sakonnet Bay in Tiverton, where Dolores and Anibal Texera live.
This was like a second wedding, so I'll remember this just as much as I remembered my first one.
That was on September 4th, 1950, when they were just 21 years old. But they first met at 15 at a dance hall in Fall River.
We danced. I walked her home that evening, and 3 years later, I was at another dance, and I saw this young lady. I recognized her, and I wondered if she recognized me. I asked her to dance. It happened to be her 18th birthday that particular day.
He says he knew then Dolores was the one.
To me, she was the prettiest girl I've ever seen, and I couldn't stay away from her.
He was so persistent.
That persistence paid off and turned into a lifetime of memories.
That was Alaska, I think. I don't know.
You did a lot of traveling.
Yes, we would travel all through Europe.
That was after they both retired from the Fall River Fire Department. Tex, as he's better known, was a deputy fire chief. Dolores, a senior clerk, who, by the way, was the first woman hired by the department.
I always said, well, before I leave, I'm going to slide down that pole, but I never did.
Laughter helps with the longevity, they say, but it's not the secret.
Patience, believe me, that's the key.
It seems like such a simple secret, but research from Bowling Green State University shows gray divorce, or divorce among couples over 65, jumping to 15% in recent years, from 5% in the 1990s. But the Texeras are reminders to every couple that data does not have to be your destiny.
Give it a shot, you know what I mean? Try, don't give up.
We love each other so much, we care for each other so much that it just outlasts anything.
And not only are they confident that their love and commitment will keep them together for many more years going into the future, but you guys are in pretty good health too for being in your mid-90s, right? Yes, so they've got that going for them as well. So guys, we're hoping and they're hoping for many more anniversaries together. In Tiverton, I'm Erica Ritchie, 12 News.
They're the cutest.
When you know,
look amazing,
you know.
Right?
He knew
when she was 18.
I mean, that is like a beautiful story.
It really is. And we were just saying, like, you can tell how much they love each other. It really is a beautiful, beautiful story.
And then, you know, of course, as my impending nuptials are coming up, I love hearing the advice.
Yes,
you know, the patience.
That's,
you know,
it's key.
It's a difficult thing all the time to be super patient and just knowing that, like, that's it. It's the long game. You have to be patient. And look how happy.
Look at how happy they are,
know,
right?
I love them.
Beautiful story. Great story, Erica.
Thank you for joining us today on Spotlight New England, and we'll see you next time.